Since the beginning of YouTube, it just seems like every passing year the website's getting worse and worse. We're now having problems with demonetization, the flawed copyright strike system, comments getting disabled for seemingly no reason. It's literally just a war zone. Like, long gone are the days where you just put up a video and you don't have to worry about anything. Now there's so much shit to deal with, it's just gotten to the point where it's absolutely unbearable. And the biggest problem throughout all of this is just the communication with YouTube. These changes do suck, but they suck even more when we're completely blindsided by them due to the lack of communication between YouTube and its creators. But surprisingly, throughout the past couple months, YouTube has been a lot better with communicating with their creators through blog updates and videos posted on their Creator Insider YouTube channel. And one of the biggest chunks of information that we got recently was a blog post update made by the CEO of YouTube, Susan Wojcicki, where she actually addresses most of the problems that we have with YouTube and explains what she's going to do going forward to fix those problems. And whether you agree with it or not, I do think this transparency is a great step in the right direction. It makes me personally a bit more optimistic for the website than I would have been otherwise, but I'm going to read it out for you and let you guys decide for yourself. So the post is titled, Addressing Creator Feedback and an Update on My 2019 Priorities. Dear creators and artists, it's hard to believe it's only April given all that we've witnessed this year. We've seen new creator peaks reached by our global creator community, showing even further that you are the heart of YouTube. As if that was ever a question, but we've also faced incredible challenges. And given the scale and impact of YouTube, there's nothing more important than managing our role as a platform responsibly. Living up to our responsibility. My top priority is responsibility. We've always balanced maintaining an open platform with managing our community guidelines, but to combat a number of concerning incidences that we've seen in the last few months, we've had to take more aggressive action. In February, we announced the suspension of comments on most YouTube videos that feature minors. We did this to protect children from predatory comments, with the exception of a small number of channels that have the manpower needed to actively moderate their comments and take additional steps to protect children. And, by the way, the reason this happened was a completely different drama scenario surrounding a creator called Matt's What It Is. I'll have some videos on the cards up above if you want to check out that. But moving on, we know how vital comments are to creators. I hear from creators every day how meaningful comments are for engaging with fans, getting feedback, and helping guide future videos. I also know this change impacted so many creators who we know are innocent, from professional creators to young people or their parents who are posting videos. But in the end, that was a trade-off we made because we feel protecting children on our platform should be the most important guiding principle. The following month, we took pre-conceded action in the wake of the Christchurch tragedy. Our teams immediately sprung into action to remove the violative content. To counter the enormous volume of uploaded videos showing the violent imagery, we chose to temporarily break some of our processes and features. That meant a number of videos that didn't actually violate community guidelines, including a small set of news and commentary, were swept up and kept off the platform, until appealed by its owners and reinstated. But given the stakes, it was another trade-off that we felt was necessary. And with the devastating Shiri Lakin attacks, our teams worked around the clock to make sure we removed violative content. In both cases, our systems triggered authoritative news and limited the spread of any hate and misinformation. These issues have also been on top of mind for policymakers, press, brands, and advertisers, whom I've met with on recent trips to Washington and Asia. I updated them all on steps we've taken around responsibility, and I've also praised the extraordinary talents and importance of our creator economy. You've helped drive a remarkable transformation in the media landscape, where we've gone from a handful of broadcast networks to millions of channels that connect deeply with each and every person. Your videos not only touch lives, but have created new jobs and the next generation of media companies. Support the creator and artist success. Everywhere I go, I try to meet with creators. Recently, I sat down with a number of creators in Japan and India and did videos with Korean Grandma in Seoul and Prajakta Kohli, or Mostly Sane, in Mumbai. Back at home, I shared drinks and some honest conversation with Shane Dawson, James Charles, Collins, and Devin Key, Ethan and Ela Klein, and Safai Nagar. It was inspiring to see how all these creators have invested so deeply in YouTube. The feedback I've heard from these discussions was especially important. A top issue was wanting clarity around community guidelines and advertiser-friendly policies, so there's more predictability on monetization and our recommendation system. They're also looking for better representation of creators on trending. They're frustrated with copyright claims that are less than 10 seconds or incidental, and they say the online harassment from fellow creators is growing and needs to be addressed. Oh boy, this is gonna be bad for the drama community. I don't like that last sentence. I'd like to address these issues one by one. First, we plan to add more detail in our policies so that creators can make the best decisions on their content. Our self-certification pilot is a great example of why this is so crucial. With this program, creators can self-report on how their video complies with ad policies and build up trust that our systems adjust to. This helps creators gain a better understanding of our guidelines and delivers clearer results for them and for advertisers. We've rolled out this pilot to over 1,000 channels, and I'm hopeful we will find a way to make it available to more monetizing channels. And on monetization, we'll continue to focus on increasing the accuracy of the classifiers representing the advertising-friendly guidelines, something we know is important for all creators. Since January, we've already improved the precision of the classifier by 25%. On the trending tab, we've heard it doesn't seem to reflect what people are watching on the platform, and that too many of the same creators show up time and time again. One thing to keep in mind is that trending is meant to show content that a wide range of viewers would find interesting. So we're especially careful about the safety of these videos, and we ensure that they don't contain profanity or mature content. Eligible videos are then ranked based on a calculation of their temperature, how quickly that video is generating views. We want to better showcase our creators. Going forward, our goal is to have at least half the videos on trending come from YouTubers, with the remainder coming from music and traditional media, something we're close to already but will expand on, which, in my opinion, I think probably over 50% should come from YouTubers, but that's kind of besides the point. We also plan to make sure this is a diverse set of creators. Hopefully it's diverse in the type of content they make and not just the skin color, please. And we'll continue to ramp up our creator and on the rise and gaming creator on the rise initiatives. With the launch of YouTube Music in India, Japan, and Argentina, we've witnessed musical artists big and small reach new audiences internationally. And the free ad-supported streaming app is now available in 43 countries, with more to come. But we are still concerned about Article 13, now renamed to Article 17, a part of the copyright initiative that was recently passed in the EU. While we support the rights of copyright holders, YouTube has deals with almost all the music companies and TV broadcasters today. We are concerned about the vague, untested requirements of the new directive. It could create serious limitations for what YouTube creators can upload. This risks lower revenue to traditional media and music companies from YouTube and potentially devastating to the many European creators who have built their businesses on YouTube. While the directive has passed, there's still time to effect the full implementation to avoid some of the worst unintended consequences. Each EU member state has now 2 years to introduce national laws that are in line with the new rules, which means that the powerful collective voice of creators can still make a major impact. We must continue to stand up and speak for open creativity. Your actions have already led to the most popular Change.org petition in history, and have encouraged people to reach across borders. This is not the end of our movement, but only the beginning. Improving communication and engagement. Personally and as a company, we are committed to listening to your feedback and concerns. Just like last year, we'll make a big push to meet creators where they want to communicate, through social, video, and one-on-one sessions. I plan on sitting down with more creators in 2019 and focusing on the issues that are more important to you. Let me know who you'd like to meet up with. I'm open to suggestions. Tell her to meet with me. Hopefully most of you have tried out YouTube Studio Beta, which we've built to give creators even more updates and news. It offers a known issues bulletin on the dashboard that lists outages, bugs, or issues going on with YouTube, and a new analytics experience with long requested metrics like impressions, thumbnail click-through rates, and unique viewers. We've also recently improved our support of info cards and end screens in the new studio, as well as comparisons and analytics. Your feedback has been crucial to these improvements, and more real-time data is coming soon. Since so many creators have told us that the community guidelines strike system felt inconsistent and confusing, we updated our policies to a simpler and more transparent system. Every creator now gets a one-time warning that allows them to learn about our policies before they face penalties on their channel. Each strike, no matter if it comes from videos, thumbnails, or links, gets the same penalty. On top of adding the new mobile and in-product notifications about a strike, our email and desktop notifications will provide new details on which policy was violated. Like all of you, YouTube is continually adapting to keep up with the fast-changing world. But the one thing that won't change is the fact that our past, present, and future success starts with our creators. Many of you have been with us since our early days, and have built YouTube into the vibrant community it is today. And that's why we're focused on supporting your growing businesses, both through improving your responsibility on the platform, and by creating more opportunities for you to engage and build audiences. Being a creator can be rewarding, exhilarating, challenging and exhausting all at once. But the hard work is worth it. You're at the cutting edge of culture. Your stories are helping the world to connect and learn. Please continue to share your voice and your feedback with us. It helps us make our platform stronger. Susan Wojcicki. So that was the community post. I think it answers a lot of the questions that we have going forward. One thing that wasn't answered that I really want answered is how creators are using the copyright system to falsely strike people and silence other creators. I think it's a huge issue that bigger YouTubers are not as inclined to talk about because it never happens to them, but this terrorizes so many smaller creators. Happened with Lieutenant Cobra with Just Destiny, happened to me with Pokimane, happened to Mark After Dark with Susie Liu, and it's also been happening to countless other creators by other creators, and most of them are getting solved, but we have to do the policing. It's not up to YouTube, it's basically up to us to convince the other creator to release the strike, or just wait for them to release a strike 2 months later to avoid channel termination. Is an absolute abuse of the system, and I absolutely hate it, and it's my biggest problem with the website. And it looks like that wasn't addressed, but basically everything else was, so I'm glad that that is at least covered. What do you guys think of this blog post? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more content like this, and I will see you in another video.